Okay, so here I see a lobster. Obviously, see its leg. I pull it out. I grabbed it just by the back of the horns. It was a pretty nice grab. And I bring it up, and as you can see, I measure it, and it's just barely not legal. Like, you can't even tell on camera, but like, it's just barely outside. And I let go, and it just decided it wanted to hang on my arm for a while. And here I'm untangling my float line. And we just got this little lobster buddy, and now I go get my gun. Here I'm kind of trying to shake the lobster off just a little bit so I have an open hand again. There's a tiny little kelp bass. Now here I see a lobster, which brings me over here, and then I get distracted by that orange color. If you saw it, it's a scallop. This is my dive board. Just a quick little setup. It's got a bag and everything. Just it's the one time you'll see it. And over here, I see a bunch more scallop. You can see all those little bits of orange. So I go up for a breath and try to get back down. Now here, I'm trying to start to pull at them. You can see there's a bunch of them, but they kind of blend in really well the second you start touching them because they all close up. But it's just stuck. I cannot get these off. These things are mm, welded onto this rock. Come down again, and I see this massive one, or at least I think it's massive. I've never seen a scallop before, so try to pry it off. Obviously can't. So then I try another method. I use my knife to try and get under it and pry it, and it didn't work. Then I try to go from the side and like lift it, and then I realized, yeah, I'm just gonna break my knife if I do this. So put my knife away and try a little bit more. It stopped. That's when I realized next time I come here, I'm gonna bring a pry bar so I can actually get them off. Over here, I see some lobster, so you obviously can't see it in frame. We'll get back to it, but you can see its antenna right there. Obviously, I missed, so that sucks. It went back into its hole. But I leave my gun because it's connected to a float line, so I don't lose it. Here, I found a cave and I put my pole spear down to mark it. And back here, you'll just see there are tons of lobster. The problem is, it's kind of like a two-way cave system where it's just too thin for me to fit, but it's big enough for the lobsters to be able to go back and hide and me not really be able to get close enough. Now this spot, you'll see I dive it a couple times. I kind of go back and forth, just go down for like 40 seconds, come up for a while, and keep going, trying to get a lobster. And, well, you'll see what happens. Now, most of these are just barely legal. This one, you'll see, I bring it up and I measure it, and it's just under. So another one that I have to unfortunately let go. This one didn't want to go. It started to try to eat my weight belt. So I just dropped it and it swam away. It's actually hilarious, to be honest. Here, you'll see there are a couple good sized ones that show up, but most of them are like either just legal, just under. There are a few small ones, and there's a couple that are decent sized, but they're hiding in the back, so I can't even get them. Just keep diving this spot, keep trying to hope to get one. Unfortunately, though, I don't, but hey, party of lobster, pretty cool. Now here you see I kind of start to give up on this spot. I look around the edges to see if any kind of swim out this way, and I see a couple in this crack. Now it's mostly small ones up front, and there's like one decent sized one in the back. So go back up, I breathe for a little bit, and then when I'm ready, I drop back down. Now you'll see back here, there's a tiny hole, which I'm thinking maybe I could either grab it or push them further up, and it's just not really gonna work. It's too deep this way, and too small the other way, which that's when I probably could have used the pull spear to kind of push them to one side and then grab them, which unfortunately I completely forgot to do. But then I breathe up, I check this one spot one more time. I kind of just look around, hope maybe I'll find one, and then I just move on. And yeah, I completely miss. They just have too much room back there, which kind of sucks for me, but is obviously great for them. Try to get in deeper, but obviously miss. And this last clip, I doubt anyone can tell, but there's actually like 50 lobster all back there. I just had a horrible angle.